Hello, I'm Daniel. I'm creative director of Horror Studios. We are developers of first-person medieval realistic RPG called Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's still a year before release, so a lot of work to do, but we finally have combat, horse riding, and a lot of important features that we want to show to people. Just to say something about the horse, we are considering possibility to ride it from third person, but the horse is kind of independent entity. He will not like jump into the wall. He automatically jumps over the obstacles. He can follow the roads without you steering him. It can be used as an extra inventory, so you can store heavy objects on the horse, and you can customize him. You can buy armors or different equipment for the horse. So it's basically adjustment of your, well, not adjustment, important part of your character. So the major problem or issue with many other games is that usually when you strike or swing your sword, it goes through the target because it's very hard to calculate the physics. We do it, so it's all physics based. If you hit something, there's actual collision. Your movement stops. Your opponent's is kind of affected by the blow, and that makes a major difference. And it's also very tricky to do right. On top of it, it's not controlled just by one button, so you have a lot of choice. You can start. You selected the armor. You have the armor already. Pick up the armor. Oh well, but. I will kind of, and show the inventory, please. So basically, you have 16 slots on your character, so even armor plays a major role in the combat. You can customize the character pretty much. There are different types of weapons, so there are blunt weapons and swords, and so there's a piercing and blunt damage. So you must combine different types of armor to be protected against every type of weapon or every type of attack. It also plays a charisma, has like clothing affects your charisma and many other things. And basically, if you have armor, you are almost invincible. So the combat itself is stamina based more than health based. So if you have armor, you can be killed just by beating, but your stamina gets lower as you are tired, exhausted, or injured. And if you are fighting with a well-protected, well-armored enemy, he's almost invincible as well. Every NPC has the same moves and everything is the same for NPCs like for you, so you are not special. They can do the same moves like you. And so if you want to kill the knight, for example, you need first exhaust him and then finish him with some special moves or combos by one blow. If somebody doesn't have helmet, you can kill him with one blow to the head, and the same can happen to you, basically. And so the point of the combat is that there is this star, and you can choose which body part you want to hit. And you can chain your attacks, so you can hit him to the leg, then to the head, and if you do the right chains, you do combos. Also, you can use two types of attacks on any body part, so you can slash and stab. Then when you get to the clinch, you can kick or use the pommel to hit the enemy in the face or push him. And there's also blocking, so if you can basically hold block and you will deflect everything if you have the stamina. But if you don't hold it but press it at the time of attack, you do perfect block and time slows down and you can choose some counter attack and perform some special move. So there is like 20 combos for every single weapon, plus more than 10 basic attacks on, with every weapon. So it's there's a lot of options, a lot of tactics involved, and also the stamina plays a major role. So you just can't like just come to the character and slash him as fast as you can, because it's simply not possible. Another interesting thing is that everybody thinks that the medieval times were super cruel, but I wouldn't say so. They were not that bad, because we wouldn't be here if everybody killed themselves like 500 years ago. So you can be merciful on the enemies. So if you win, winning doesn't mean killing. You can let them go after they admit defeat, which actually I believe happened a lot at the time. So for example, when the castle was sieged, they let most of the people live, and sometimes they even switch sides and were defending the castle for the new master. So that's something we want to have in the game as well. I have to say that right now the voiceovers are just temporary, so it's a lot of space for improvement, especially the screams during the combat art. But in the end, there will be, well, right now you can see that they have some mimics in the face, so when you combat you see if he's angry, tired or something, he screams at you, but it's going to be improved. It's just the first version, it's still alpha, so there is a lot of space for improvement. This is lockpicking. Everything we have in the game, in terms of mini games, you are better at it, Toby. Is a mini game. So there is an alchemy, and it's not just like pressing stuff in inventory, but you actually have to do it with your hands. You can mix potions and stuff, and the same applies for everything that could be considered mini game. So now Toby had some bow, and we already have archery. Bow is quite an ultimate weapon. It's like almost insta-kill if you hit the right spot. But the problem is that it's super tough to use. So it's also stamina based. You can't hold it, like draw it forever. It depletes your stamina, and after the stamina is depleted, whoa! 2
in a row.
Then you release the arrow anyway. And also there's no crossroad, so it's quite, and your side and the line of the arrow are actually crossing somewhere, so there is no perfect spot. You can't make a point on your display and aim there. It's changing with the distance.